on to this journey, inshallah ta'ala. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, a quick recap before we head on to the day fifth of this course. Can you all just give me a quick recap on whatever we have dealt with in yesterday's session? Come on, dear sisters and brothers, please type in what was the major topic for yesterday's class? Yes? Anyone? Yes, it was logo editing. Excellent. Logo making. Yes, we had learned so many aspects of logo making, right? Two types of logos we had discussed, three steps through which we can design a beautiful logo we have discussed. As well, we had discussed something called as color psychology. We also had discussed something called as color schemes, how we are going to assign a beautiful color and more, right? SubhanAllah. So all of these topics were dealt with in yesterday's session. Some of it is put up here, dear sisters and brothers. We had started off with the templates. We had started off with the scratch, from the scratch, and then multiple templates. And today, inshallah, we're going to see type crafting, typography. Some of the concepts were touched, cutouts were made, AI tools. Inshallah, we'll see how to generate the logos using the AI tools as well. Inshallah. So, dear sisters and brothers, yesterday we learned there were two types of logos, right? One is the word mark kind of logo. One is the symbol kind of logos. Word mark is nothing but the company name was the focus of the logo, right? And symbols is nothing but icons were used. So this one is nothing but the it's majorly iconography here. Okay. And okay, we have discussed how many logos yesterday. At least 14 discussed were 14 logos were made yesterday in yesterday's session. Just look into this design, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, this was made with a template, this was made with a multiple template, and then we had done this one with just the simple, what we say, simple textual, what we say, word mark, right? Word mark. Okay, the name of the company. Then this one was the symbol iconography, wherein we had icons as the base, and then the name of the company. So in this way, we had discussed, and this is with the cutouts. This also was the cutout, how you can make some cuts between the design, something like this as well, alhamdulillah. And also different kind of logos were discussed, okay, for the coffee cafe, how we can design. Okay, one important thing is that whatever you're going to, whichever industry you're going to generate the logos to, you have to have a bit of research, or you have to mind map those things, right? What industry am I going to work on, right? If it's a designing industry, fashion industry, or whatever, you must have in mind what things you have to put in into your design, right? And then you can use the elements, you can use whatever, and then create a stunning logo with beautiful type crafting, type pasting, beautiful typography, inshallah. So these were some of the logos that we had discussed in today's session. And inshallah, be ready to get more, learn more, inshallah, in today's session as well. Okay. So, dear sisters and brothers, let's quickly head on to the day fifth of this course, wherein we are again going to head on to the same concept called as logo editing. We have so many concepts left out yet, okay, yet to be discovered, yet to be what we say, yet to be learned, inshallah ta'ala. So let's begin. I just want you all to be more active today, inshallah, because today's concepts are again more interesting, and again you are going to have so many more concepts of logo editing in today's session. Okay, inshallah. Are you all ready? Come on, please type in. Bismillah. Let's all begin. Day fifth of this course. And inshallah, we're going to start ahead with all of these concepts covering. And then again, with the images, we're going to see how to generate our own logos and more. Video format of the logos. We also can see how to type craft our own logos, 3D logo making, everything will be discussed. And one important aspect we're going to start off is brand building. That's what I told you. Can you all listen to me? Am I audible to you all? Okay. Alhamdulillah. So, dear sisters and brothers, yesterday I told you there should be simplicity in your logo, right? Your logo should be quite simple. There should be a good color grading. It should be scalable. Okay. Whenever you're going to build a brand, yes, sisters and brothers, for example, think that an entrepreneur has approached you and he has asked you to build to have a brand kit, have a brand kit made, okay, for their business or for anything. Think that it is any supermarket, okay, let's think that it's the supermarket, fine, any store or whatever, right? First thing that you have to start to generate the brand kit with is, dear sisters and brothers, is a logo. Okay, first you have to design, first thing that you have to design for any brand is a logo. Fine. Okay. The second thing is that you have to select what are the fonts that you're going to use to make their logos. Okay. What are the fonts that you're going to select to make their logos? Third thing is the color, and fourth thing is the what are the elements that you're going to use to make sure that you're going to design the logo. I'll show you a quick case study on a logo design or a brand kit. I'll just show you it over here somewhere. Okay. Okay, I'll show you a branding guideline document. If anyone has approached you and they have asked you to develop a branding kit for them, wherein they want their logos, their everything put up in a one frame, and they are going to use it in their documents, then let's begin. This is how we are going to do. Just look into this design. I'm giving you a case study of Zomato. Okay, this is a what is this? This is a brand wherein they have what we say, they deliver the food items, right? So Zomato brand, we're going to start ahead. Yes, system. Let's look into this brand kit. Okay, how they have generated. The very first thing is the logo. Okay, see how the logos are very simple. So first thing is their logo. This is how they maintain their brand value. Okay, they have everything mentioned in a brand kit, and wherever you want to use their this one, what we say, branding, then you just have to make sure that you're going to use it in the same accordance. Okay, same way that they have put it up in front of you. Fine. So here, yes, sisters and brothers, so here, wherein Zomato, this is the logo for the Zomato. They have mentioned that you have to use this, and uh, and first thing they have developed the logo, and next thing is the color. They have mentioned the color as well. This one. Okay. First is the logo. Second thing, they have already told you how this logo should be put up. And the second is the colors. They have assigned one is this color, cranberry red color. Another is a if it is on it if it is to be put up in white and black, then it should be in this way. If it is a white background, it should be a black. If it is a black background, then it should be a something whitish. Okay, in this way. They have told you that you can use only three colors in your design for for this logo, for their brand. Okay, for their brand. So okay, so this is how you develop a brand kit. First they put up the logo, then they put up the brand colors, then the next thing that you have to put up is, okay, secondary units. I mean, whatever you want to write, order by Zomato, whatever, you should be writing it in this format only. The behind should be the red color, and the pattern should be in this way. Okay, and also they have shown you how logo should be used. If it is with the red color, then white should be the logo. If it is with the white color, black should be the logo. Okay, so this way they define, and also how you should not use their logos. This is called as brand kit. Fine. This is how they develop the brand kit, and they have told you what kind of fonts you have to use. Remember, the brands, the bigger brands, they do not use hundreds of fonts in their design. They just use one or two fonts in their designs. Okay, one or two fonts. So how many fonts this branding? I mean, the Zomato using just the two kind of fonts. One is a Metropolis font that is used here. One is a Metropolis font. I can use it in red and black. That's all. Metropolis font, and another is Open Sans font that we can use for the secondary objects. That's all. Okay, they just want you to use these two fonts and nothing else. And one thing, red color, black color, white color is their coloring. Brand colors are three colors. Well, that's about it. Just a little respect for our logo is that we ask for. Okay, this is how they mention. What do they ask for, dear sisters and brothers? To maintain the consistency in their posting or whatever, they want their logos to have their, what we say, proper branding. So this one, the logo that they had first in the branding kit, they mentioned their logos. Whatever you define as for a brand, dear sisters and brothers, make sure you're having a logo ready. Oh, that should be suitable. First important thing, Zomato. For example, this is a brand, Zomato. Fine. First, you need to make sure you are assigning a logo, okay, with proper colors, and then you have to make sure for darker backgrounds and for lighter backgrounds, what is the alternative choice. So we usually prefer black on a white frame, white on a black frame. So these two are at set aside, okay. So three things, three colors should be, what we say, should be finalized. Next, second thing, you have to have a, yes, you have to have a textual content, right? What kind of fonts are you going to use? Okay, you just have to use only two or three fonts. in your entire postings or wherever you post about the Zomato or whatever postings you make under them, you have to make sure that you're using only those three logos. So this is called as branding kit. I'll give you another example of a branding kit. It's over here. There's another branding kit for for a plant health blog, and they have mentioned the vision. Then logos, they had two logos, fine, two logos defined. This is how you give it for your client as well. Okay, when you are making one brand kit for your client, you can make two logos, one in this format and then another in the another format. And details of the logo, you have to mention what colors: black color on light backgrounds, white color on black backgrounds. Okay, you can select these two things. Or if you want some other colors, some base colors like cranberry red was used in the Zomato, you can have a base color like that. Okay, and then font, one simple fonting you have to define, that's all. And then, dear sisters and brothers, color palettes. What are the colors that you can use when you're going to go ahead with what we said, designing? When you're designing something, when you're having a post and then adding this to that, then for that post, what colors can you give? Okay, so color palettes you can define, and then you can go ahead with the fonts. What fonts you can use? One, two fonts. Okay, only two fonts can be defined. And these are the keywords. If you want to mention, you can mention it. Fine. Even if you want to mention the elements, what kind of elements can be used? Some cooking kind of elements, something about whatever you can mention. Some what are the elements that you can use in your designs can also be mentioned here and there. Fine. Now you can go ahead and see the Instagram of the Zomato, Instagram handle of the Zomato, and just look into their Instagram page. They have all their posts designed in the red color format, dear sisters and brothers, cranberry red. Over there, they place white color logo, and then they write whatever they want in the format of the what we say the two fonts that they had selected, primary fonts and secondary fonts. Only two fonts, Metropolis font was selected, and Open Sans font was selected. Only in those two font styles they can write it. So remember, whenever a brand is created, you must follow the same text, same coloring throughout. Okay, remember that. Hopefully you have seen the top brands. Go and just look into the top brands. They just have their consistency in their designs maintained with the colors, with the textual content, and with the what we say elements that they use there. Fine. So remember, these are the aspects that you have to focus on when you're developing your own brand. Fine. Inshallah, hopefully you have found this interesting. Yes or no? Come on, let me see. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Let's all begin. Dear sisters and brothers, we're going to go ahead with the session number 5, wherein we are going to learn so many aspects of editing, inshallah ta'ala. Let's all begin. I just want you all to practice along with me, practice after me into this session. After the session, if you have any doubts, you can ask, inshallah. And after the session, I just want you all to remember one thing, dear sisters and brothers. You just have to practice whatever you have done into the session. Okay, if you have missed some of the concepts, some of the students were telling that it was a bit faster, so I have missed some of the concepts. If you have missed some of the concepts, make sure after the class you're covering it up using the recordings. Okay, inshallah. You have to learn these things to be called as a pro designer. Okay, you cannot be a pro designer unless and until you learn these aspects of designing. Okay, inshallah. Okay, again we are into the logo editing again. So let's all begin with the same thing, dear sisters and brothers, the same logo yesterday that we were editing. Let's all begin with the same document. Open it up, dear sisters and brothers. Are you all ready? Come on, let's type in Bismillah. Bismillah. Okay, we're going to head on, inshallah. So we had started off this thing with the templates, and then another with the template, multiple templates, then simple iconography, and then we had something called as word mark, and then again we have developed these things with just the again the word mark. This is with a cutout. This is again the cutout. We can even change the colors. Hopefully you all remember this, right? We can just duplicate this around and go to the design, stylizing, and change the colors. Go to ahead with the color palette and change the colors whatever we wish to, right? Whatever goes well with the design, you can just go ahead and change it, right? So you can just maintain the beautiful color aspect of this design, okay? Inshallah. So fine. Then we had discussed something like these, something for the coffee cafe and all of this, okay? Alhamdulillah. Now, dear sisters and brothers, let's all begin. We have so many more to learn. We have so many ways of editing that we can learn with, inshallah. If you have any brand name, again, I'm telling you, you can just mention in the chat box now. Okay, any brand name. Bismillah. Come on, mention in the chat box. We'll work with that brand. Okay. If not, we'll go ahead with EDU-SITE itself. No? Okay. So again, we are going to go ahead with the the word mark, and then some of the things with the iconography as well. Again, with the EDU-SITE. Okay. Now, EDU-SITE. I already told you we are going to go ahead with the word mark. Okay. Wherein our focus is the name of the company. So how we are going to, usually how we used to do that, used to type E, used to type yes or something like that. If we want this thing from the elements itself, we can even grab it up from the elements itself. You can go ahead with elements and CDS sisters and brothers. Type the letters, E letter, yes letter. You will have it all here. Okay, just look into this. You can grab these things. E you can grab like this and go ahead and type yes. You can use multiple aspects here. Okay, yes. Let's see what goes well with this design. You can even grab this up. E and yes. Okay. If you want to entangle it, inshallah, I'll be letting you know how you're going to entangle these things. Just a moment, inshallah. And even if you want some of the cutout kind of things, you have it here. Look into these things, dear sisters and brothers. You can develop masterpieces with whatever you have in store. Okay. And see here, look into this. Even if in this format you can use, I can just duplicate this the same design. Okay, I'll just add a new page and I'll show you how you can even use some such things like this. Yes is here. You can even add some things with E. Look into the designs, how beautifully you can generate those with just the word marks, okay? Inshallah. So this way you can just go ahead and search for some things like which are similar to this. Okay? You just mention E and just see if you have something similar to this, wherein there is a textual uh, content given to you to fill it up. Okay, usually you have so many typographic fonts here. You can just use this is all called as typography. Fine, see here, E is also available here. E, you can put it up like this. Yes, you can put it up like this, right? So it looks classy. So you can even go ahead with these things. Come on, try this along with me, inshallah. If you want to send the yes backwards, then you have something called as three dot button, or in the smartphones, you can just go to the bottom and you can scroll left, swipe left. Over there, you will have something called as layers. Okay, in the layers, you just have to send it backward, layer it up backward. Let me send this yes backward. So I'll just click on the three dot button and send it backward, layer it up, bring to back, it's black itself. Okay, that's fine. So this way you can maintain the now maintain something like this, and now you can just change the textual content. You can add the textual content if you wish to. Okay, I'll just write EDU-SITE here. You can type in this format. Okay, this way you can add different things to your brand, to your logos, brand logo. Okay, I wanted it to be a bit more narrower so that it can fit inside so well. Paramount, glacial difference. We can change the colors later. Okay, colors won't be any issue because we have a very excellent thing in hand, right? Okay, make sure you're assigning the beautiful fonting. Okay, fonting is very important. Selecting the beautiful fonts is very important. So this is perfect font for me. I can just increase it in size. Now I just want to give it a bit of letter spacing, something like this. Till the edge I want it, edge of side like this. Letter spacing I have given. Just look into this, how beautifully we have generated. We can just add a text box again, wherein uh, we can write the tagline. Okay, now we can change the colors. Okay, so how to colorify this design, dear sisters and brothers? It's not yet colored perfectly. You can just go ahead to the styles. Yes, go ahead with the color palettes and colorify. Fine. So whichever color that suits well with your requirements, you can select that. Even if you want it with a black and white show, you can go ahead and see what goes well with the white and black format. Okay, inshallah. Make sure you're having a good finished product so that you like the thing that you have edited. Fine. Uh, Let this be finalized, but these colors are a bit dull. I'll select something that. Okay. I think I need a bit lighter colors. Let this be the finalized version. Okay, it's all upwards towards the document. Okay, I just want it to be at the center alignment. Do you know how you all can just select the multiple items and put it downwards? You just have to go to the three dot button and click on select multiple. It's just just pressing control in your computers. That's all. Okay, you can select it all and you can just send it downwards. That's all. Okay, send it downwards and exactly align it at the center of the page. Something like this. We are done. So this is the logo that we have finalized. Hopefully you all found this interesting, inshallah. Yes, and also this one. If you want to edit this one as well, let's go ahead and edit this. E and yes. Okay, this looks a bit thicker than this. So let's see if we have a good combination. Even have the combinations here. You can type E and yes here and see if you have the combination for E and yes. Okay, just look into this design. You have it in a ways that you cannot imagine. Just look here, dear sisters and brothers. And yes, you can just use these things. They have used something called as type crafting here. Now you can just go ahead and change the colors, and now you can just add it in your own ways. Okay. Now E, for the E, you can just write D over here, D and U here. Are you all finding this interesting? It's quite interesting, right? So wherein you can just type craft the things in the ways that you wish to. Okay. E, E. Okay. And this way you can go ahead and then you can just mention whatever you wish to, and then you can mention what is it called as the tagline below that. Copy it up and let me paste it here. This way we can mention. Now we can just go ahead and change the colors according to your wish. Okay. Did you all do it along with me? Playing with the letters. Okay, I'll show you some of the ways through which you can even add the multiple colors as well. Come on, open up another box, another what we say, another logo. Are you all doing it along with me? I just want one yes now. We have created two logos only, entangling the things and more. Okay, I'll show you how you're going to do this all by yourselves, inshallah. Okay, so let's head on. Okay, we're going to create some of the stuffs so differently, inshallah. So let's go ahead and take the textual content if you wish to, or we can even take some things like what we say, the content from the elements box itself. Okay, so we'll just take simple E and yes. I'll just show you how you are going to play with the letters. Okay, this is also called as typography, how you can play with the letters. E and I'll just duplicate this around itself. Okay, I'll place it here. I'll duplicate this. How to duplicate something? Yes, you can click on the three dot button and duplicate it up, right? Yes. So you can even duplicate using that. I'll just so yes. 355, 250, 290. Okay. Make sure the fonts are same. Okay. We have E and S font here, fine. So now what I want is, okay, I'll just put this one above another. Okay. Or something like this itself. Okay, let's do something like this. Okay. You can type craft it in any way that you want. Okay. Now what is my focus here is, dear sisters and brothers, I want to maintain some things with this design to which I want to assign half of this design with one color and half of this design with another color. Can you do that? No. For example, for this E, I want it in Uh, I'll make sure this is all in. I'll take some darker color. Okay, this is all in purple. But what I want now is half of the design. For example, this much, okay, ES should be in purple. This much should be in some other color. How would I do that? How can I do that? Do we have anything to do that? No, we do not have anything as such to do that. We have to follow some procedures to do to what we say to have multiple colors into our designs. Okay, how is it done? I'll just show you, dear sisters and brothers. Let's all begin, inshallah. So let me just adjust it very excellently so that it looks very classy. Okay, so let it be like this. Mm, and yes, let it look more classier. Okay, this looks good. Okay, this is what. Okay. So now I want half of this post to be half of this to be one colored, half of this to be another color. So listen carefully, please listen carefully. What am I trying to do now is I'll just click on this one and I'll click on the second one as well. Okay, just give me a moment. I'll get back to this design because I'm not getting the three dot button to make sure that I'm applying the select multiple. Okay, there I'll just show you with something called as a download this selection. Fine, download this selection. So how you're going to download the selection and make sure you're going to give the different cutouts to your post, fine? So where were we? It's over here. Okay, come on, do it along with me. So ES is here. So what am I going to do? I just want to select multiple of these items, fine? I just want to select multiple of these items. Select multiple. Click on this yes. I'll select multiple. Okay, done. Okay, again this three dot button I'll click and I'll download this selection. Hopefully I've understood how to select multiple, right? Three dot button and then select multiple items and download this selection. Okay, whenever you're going to download this, download it in the PNG format. Okay, with the transparent background. Fine, with the transparent background. Then click on download. I'm done. Okay, following this, dear sisters and brothers, let's see who will follow it up very well, inshallah. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to change the colors of both of this. Like I just want to change the colors of this too. Something like this whitish, not need of whitish. I think I'll take something brownish to this board. Okay. Now, what did I do? I downloaded the two selected items, right? I downloaded this two selected items in the purplish format, right? This was a purple image that we had downloaded with that too with a transparent background. I'll put it up on the screen. Okay. Now I'll adjust it in an increased way. I mean, with an increased font size. Okay. I've downloaded the text in the image format so that I can give it a cutout. That's all. Okay. Why did I download it in the image format? Because I want to give some cutout. That's all. Okay. Now I'll adjust it in such a way that it actually coincides with each other. Perfect. Okay. Perfectly coinciding. Okay. Now I want to give half of this design with one color, half of this design with another color. How would I do that, dear sisters and brothers? Any idea? Now you have an image in hand, right? This is a pink image in hand. It's very, very easy now. This image you can cut wherever you wish to, right? Wherever you wish, you can cut it up. So this is the image with the pink color. Make sure you're perfectly aligning it on it. Yes, it is done. You can now even bring it to forward, layer it to forward, bring to front. Now you can give cuts. For example, half of this you can just like put it like this and even give the cut. I think this is not properly aligned. Make sure you're aligning it very properly with the textual content. Okay. Trying this along with me. Hopefully it's all interesting for you, inshallah. Okay. This way you can give the cutout in whichever format you want, right? In whichever format you want, you can give the cutout. Make sure this is aligned perfectly. We just need a bit of more, what we say, time and patience to do this, right? So now, if you want to give cutouts in this format, like FS above should be in this format, and if it's below, should be in this coloring. Then you can even separate those things with something like the elements, the arrow elements or something like that, and then you can just place it up in a way that you want, right? Previously it was well done. Okay. Okay, there's a nudge tool on the what we say on the smartphones that will help you very excellently, fine. And the nudge tool, fine. So you can just have a cutout at the edge, and it might seem like you are giving a half page with this color, half page with that color, fine. If it is perfectly aligned on each other, okay. Make sure you're aligning it perfectly on each other, and then you can just give ahead with some things like the curve tool, curve tools. You can just add in between and make sure that there is something like something like this, okay, that gives the upper part of the image with pink color and the lower part with some other color. In this way you can manage, and you can change the colors according to your wish if you want to, or else you can just keep it as such. So this is the ways that you can play with the thing, play with the graphics around, and create your own beautiful graphics, right? Okay, it's just a simple technique, and make sure this is perfectly aligned. It doesn't look perfectly aligned here. Okay, it's going ahead. No, not yet. Make sure it's perfectly aligned. Probably I changed its what we say. I have moved the yes there, so it's not looking that perfect. Yes, now it's aligned. Okay, now it's perfect. This way you can give your own alignment. Okay, something like this, and then you can change the colorings here and there. And see here we have just have a good had a good type a good typography. This is just how we can change the different colorings to the different textual content. Okay. So now you can even write whatever you wish to in this. Okay. And the colorifying it again, you can go ahead with the styles and color palette. The image color won't be changed, but the colors of the designs will be changed according to your wish. Fine, something like this if you want to change, you can change it into. Okay, it's not yet perfectly done. Make sure it's perfectly put up like that. Okay? If it's not this one, you can even take a straight line with what we say with the coloring, colors around. Neon lines are very excellent. You can even put those up. Fine, put those up, something like this if you wish to. You can create. Okay, so this way you can add your own colors. A half part with some color, half part with another color. Okay. What more, dear sisters and brothers? We have so many more techniques that we can adopt to create our own logos, inshallah. So the next type of logo that I just want to discuss is a round logo. Okay, hopefully you know how round logos are were usually in trend previously. Okay, how usually they were being created was nothing but we usually had a round frame. Okay, you can grab a round frame, any round frame, or you can even have some things like let's see, let's go ahead. Okay, you can even put some things like this, the bubbles upon which you can place the logo. Okay, you can design and place the logos. Something like this you can place, and the backgrounds you have to remove. Probably you remember removing the backgrounds is important aspect, right? Backgrounds, because you just need a logo. For example, this is the finalized logo. I'll just select multiple and then done. Three dot button, copy it up. I'll just paste it over here. This way you can define your own logos, right? You can even crease it up. Okay, now I'll just group it up so that I won't lose this word. In this way, dear sisters and brothers, you can have your own round logos in hand. Okay, usually some of the brands prefer the round logos, so you can just go ahead and give them a round logo in this format. Okay, one round you have to carry, and then you just have to remove the backgrounds. You know, when you download the what we say logos, you have to download them in the format of PNG with the transparent backgrounds. Okay, why is with the transparent background, dear sisters and brothers? Usually when you share it on the WhatsApp, you have to download it on the JPG. But if you want to use it in your designs, you have to download it in the PNG format. Okay. in the PNG format. Make sure you're doing that whenever you're going to go ahead with the designing. And now, dear sisters and brothers, you can even play with this with using the type crafting. I'll show you how beautifully you can develop. I'll just duplicate this page around. Okay, what more designs you can carry on the round frames. Fine, you can even have such round frames like this. Okay, you can put this thing at the back. Okay, center aligned, align it perfectly at the center. And then what else can you do is you can even have something like this round frame, and that would be a shadow for that. That's all. Okay, this way you can even define your own round what we say round logos for this round. If you want to change the colors, you can take the white itself. Instead of this, you can take the white itself, something like this, or you can take the black. It's all up to you. Okay, something like this. Center aligned, center. Make sure you're perfectly aligning the things around, and then creating it with. That's all. Okay, this is how you maintain the round logos if you want to create the round logos, and then you just can change the colors of the logos, and that gives a beautiful coloring. Hopefully, you know how to change the colors of the logos. That too very excellently, right? With the color palette thing. See how beautiful it looks. Okay, there's something else called as, I'll just duplicate this and show it to you. Okay, there is something else called as drop shadow. Okay, shadow. You can just mention shadow, or you can even mention label. Okay, come on, write these things around. Label. You can write round label instead of this round label. Fine, and you can grab those things, and you can create your own what we say own design. So I'll write round label. Okay, just see here how beautifully you can take the round labels and have your own designs created. So this round labels, you can take this thing and add your logo inside it. I've just copied one logo from there. You can just add it in this way. You can add. Now you can even change the colors of this. For example, if you want it blacker in the black manner, you take it black. Okay, if you want it in the white, you can take it white, or you can change the colors. Colors changing is already there. You know, if even if you want it in this format, you can grab it in this format. Right? Yeah, beautiful it looks, right? Something with a drop shadow in this way. If you want it in this format as well. So you have to know the proper keywords. Remember that. Proper keywords to make sure you're having a proper design, proper logos. Okay. And so this is one such. Okay, when few more things, yes, sisters and brothers. Come on, look into the designs carefully. Okay, now colors. If you want to change again, there are I already told you, you have hundreds of options to change the colors. See how beautifully you can do that within seconds, right? Okay, this is going good. So I'll just keep it as such. Okay, I'll just add another label. Even you can just go ahead and take such things like this. Okay, this one. Okay, I'll show you something with this one. Okay. Listen carefully now. This is another procedure that you all can adopt. Curving your logo stuff. Now I'll just paste it up. Okay. We have designed this previously, right? So what I will do, no need of this. I'll just put ENS, anything entangled, ENS. Okay, I'll take this ENS, okay? Select multiple. This is from the previous design. Done. Click on three dot button, copy it up. I'll just put it up here. I'm just reducing my time, that's all. So I've just added ENS in the frame. Okay, E and S I have added inside this frame. Fine. Okay, I'll change its coloring to brownish. E and S is done. Dear sisters and brothers, look into this very carefully. Now I want to add EDU-SITE in this curve. Where do I want to add? I want to add EDU-SITE in this curve. EDU-SITE. Okay, and I want to add the this one tagline over here. Okay, and that too in the curve manner. How to curve your textual content? Okay, listen carefully. You just have to go to the text box, add a text box. Okay, add a text box. Now I'll write EDU-SITE inside this. EDU-SITE. Okay, I'll take this text box, I'll bring it here. Now I want to curve it up. Okay, listen carefully. I want to curve it up here. Perfect. Okay, any spaces here, any spacings, I'll delete it because we don't require any spacing at the edges or at anywhere. We'll keep it at the center. Listen carefully. You just have to click on the text, go to the three dot button, and there is something called as effects there. Okay, effects there. In the effects, there is something called as shape effects, and you also have so many things apart from that. Shadows you can give, you can lift this up, you can even give a hollow pattern for this, but for now we are going to deal with something called as curving it up. Come on, go ahead with the curve and see there is something called as how to decrease or increase the curve size. See here, and this way the curve, you can you can change the curve into the upper curve or the lower curve in this way. So this is the edge. You can even decrease it up. Hopefully, you're doing this along with me. This is an important aspect of editing that you all have to know. Okay, this is fine. If I want to decrease it in size, I can decrease it because I want it to fit it inside this bar so well, right? This circle so well. So, okay, I will just have to increase it now, right? Increase the curving. Effects again. Go ahead with the curves. Increase the curve size. Okay, this is fine because I have decreased the font size. Again, I have to increase the curve size. And let's see. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now we can add a small subheading. I'll just go ahead and write this symbol of excellence here. I'll write it here. Now we just can give the curving again. Symbol of excellence. Okay. Again, how to curve it up? Go to the effect, go to the curve, and once you go to the curve, there is an option at the bottom that shows you what is the curve angle that you're going to apply. You can even have the positive angle or the negative angle. So this way you have curved it up. Hopefully you like doing this. Yes? No, yes, sisters and brothers? Come on, type in inshallah. Okay. Now we can just change the what we say colors to this by using the color palettes. That's all. You know, there's something called as font combinations also. I can go ahead and change it with the font combinations with the font sets as well. But the font sets that you adopt is better for you than the font combinations that are present here. Okay. So we usually prefer using our own fonts instead of these fonts. Okay. You can even use these fonts, but these are not that up to the mark, right? So, so we usually don't make use of the font sets that are available on the store. We make use of the just the color palettes that are available on the store, fine. Hopefully you have understood how we can use these things all around. Okay, this way you can change the font combinations and more. This is something that I like. This is fine. Now I can just download this up and use it as in whatever designs I want to use, fine. Hopefully you have understood how to do this, right? Okay, alhamdulillah. These are the round symbols, round what we logos. There are so many. I already told you, make use of the labels, round labels for your round logos, or if you want something like you can even use just the shadow, okay, just the shadow to create shadow, that to round, okay, round shadow to create the round box, something like this. Okay, this one looks very classy, right? This looks very classy on a white background. This background is black, so it does not look well here. I'll just change the background color to white. Okay, now if you add this up and see here, now you just make sure you're adding your own logos inside. That's all. Any logos you can make and you can add it inside this. This way, dear sisters and brothers, you can maintain whatever what we say the logo things that you want to add onto your store, right? So these are the types of the round logos that you can create. You can just copy and paste it around or do something. Okay. Now, for example, dear sisters and brothers, there is something called as type crafting. Okay. I'll show you what is type crafting. You have so many things here. Just go into the stores and look into this so that you can design beautiful things. Okay. The next thing, I just want you all to visit something called as apps. Come on, go to the apps. On your bottom of the page, okay, bottom of the page in the smartphones, you will have something called as apps, apps. Okay. Hopefully, you are doing this along with me. Go to the bottom of the page, you will find something called as apps, wherein you just have to type over there, type. Okay, You have TYPECRAFT, TYPECRAFT, type extrude, type cutouts, type letterings, TYPECRAFT. Okay, you can just make your what we say textual content. You can use the textual content. You can write the textual content in different colors, different formats, different ways using this typing. Okay, TYPECRAFT, type gradient, type lettering, and more. Fine. So these are the applications that are available for free for you, dear sisters and brothers, to be used to make sure you're assigning the beautiful font coloring of beautiful fonts to the what we say at your logos. Okay. So I'll just have the very first thing that is at the edge, TYPECRAFT. Okay. TYPECRAFT. Go with the TYPECRAFT, inshallah. I'll show you some of the ways through which you can develop a beautiful logo. Okay, click on the TYPECRAFT, the very first thing. Okay, open it up. TYPECRAFT, open it up. Come on, do this along with me, inshallah. TYPECRAFT, open it up. It will just take a moment for you to uh, get it. Okay, TYPECRAFT. You just have to write the text. What is the textual content? EDU-SITE. Okay, EDU-SITE. You can take whatever text you want, font style you want. If you want this font style, let's take this font style. Okay. Crafting is nothing but you can write your textual content in any format that you want, dear sisters and brothers. You can craft your textual content in whatever format you want. Something like this. You want to write this in this format? Done. You can just add this element to the design. That's all. Have to move downwards again and add the element to the design. Okay, just a moment. What happened is it's below my Zoom screen. Okay, you just have to click on add element to the design. Fine. You just have to click on that. This way you can craft your text in whatever ways you want. Fine. Okay, it's actually below the screen, so I'm not getting this very properly. Just give me a moment. Hopefully, I'll crack it down. Yes, in this way. You can craft your text in whatever format you want and add it to the design in whatever way you want. Okay, in this way. Or for example, if you want it to be a more circular, okay, again, type the textual content. So this is called as TYPECRAFT. Go to the apps and find it. You do it along with me, dear sisters and brothers. I just want you all to do this along with me, inshallah. You can select whichever font you want. I'll select this one. This looks classy for me. Okay. Now I want to make sure that it is going round with this. So what I'll do is round with the design. So make sure you're just adding these things up. Okay. Again, you can just grab it like this. Okay. Let this be something like this. Edges. Okay. Let the top be the same. Okay. If you want to increase it in size from here and here, make sure you're doing that as well. And this center, if you want to make sure it is just the round format, you can even do that. Okay, then you just have to add the element to the design. That's all. Okay, click on add the element to the design. Did you all do this along with me? Kindly type in yes. See how beautifully the apps are here available here. You just have to click on the various things and just you get things ahead. That's all. Okay, click on add elements to the design and then you will get your design done. Okay, just a moment. It's below my Zoom screen when I click when I'm clicking. It actually doesn't access something that is below the screen of this Zoom. Right? Let me just see this first. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So this way you can just type craft the things. You also have something called as type gradient. You know, usually in the textual content, see, we have added it. Usually in the textual content, we don't have an option called as making use of the different colors in the frame. I told you already, we don't have a gradient coloring for the text. So we have something in the apps that says uh, type gradient. Okay, go ahead with the apps and type gradient. Type gradient. You know, these are the techniques which is called as typography. I'm showing you how you can make your text very what we say very differently. You can align the different textual contents and more. Okay. So now just look into this type gradient. What I'm going to do? Go ahead with the type gradient. Okay. whatever font you want. For example, select all, EDU-SITE. Okay. Now, whichever colors you want, you can give. If you want the colors changed, let me give something reddish. Okay. For this purplish, for this something like okay, something like this. And then we'll adjust it. We'll reset the positions. Now, if you want, you can just go ahead like this and place it in this way. So this way, dear sisters and brothers, you can add different colors to the text. Okay, gradient coloring to the textual content. If you don't want this blue around, and remove this. Okay, something like the shades like this if you want. That's fine. Well and good. If you want to remove some of the colors, you can even do that by deleting the colors, deleting the colors, deleting the colors. Fine. So make sure you're doing it well. Okay, then you can just add it to the design. Whatever you have finalized, you can add it to the design and put it up like this. Okay. So this way you can add multiple colors. Have you understood? Type gradient, type crafting. How to use the typecraft word in our design. We are not using the typecrafted word. Yes, yes. You just have to click on add to the design, dear sisters and brothers. Add to the design. You have typecrafted it, and there's at the bottom there is something called as add to the design. You have just visit. I'll just show you. Typecraft. You have to go. You have to visit typecraft. Okay. You're writing your own text there. Any text. Let me just write ABC. ABC. Okay, then you can just show the positions. Now this is the word that you have. Now we can even given the shapes. Okay, let me just change these things if I wish to. You can even give the colorings, dear sisters and brothers. You can give the coloring, you can give the fonts, different coloring. That's so excellently done, alhamdulillah. See now. Now we can just typecraft this. How to typecraft it, hopefully you know. You just have to carry these things in whatever way you want. For example, like this if you want, like this if you want to write. You can even go ahead with this thing, something like fishy manner. And then there is something called as add element to the design. Can you see that? Add element to the design. Add element to the design. Okay, I already told you I'm not able to access the screen below this. So just remember add element to the design is to be put up, fine? You just have to click on that and when you add the element to the design, it will be put up into your design. That's all. Fine? Add element to the design. Okay, it's possible now. Just a moment. Hopefully you did it along with me, right? Yes, type crafting is done, type gradient is done, type lettering and all we'll learn in next sessions how we are going to use the type lettering and more. I'm just showing you some of the ways through which you can type craft the things, that's all. Okay, come on, we have few more ways, come on, inshallah, because we are learning something, the major concept. You know, logo designing is a very major concept. Now after this class, if you now go and mention it on the freelancing application that I'm a logo designer, you can be a logo designer. Once you have learned these things, now you can just go ahead and make your own logos and make the logos for the various companies, and you can just put those logos in the what we say on the store, right? See here how beautifully we have type crafted this, right? ABC. Now, if whichever way you want, you can just write. For if it is something like the if you want to write the tagline for this also, you can write it, right? So this way you can just write your own branding. I mean, your own logos in different typographic formats. Okay, so you can even go ahead with the apps again. You have so many more. So for now, it's enough. Okay. Now, dear sisters and brothers, for example, you want to make a logo, right? You have few AI applications here. AI image generators. Okay, image generations. Some of the applications are free to use, and some of the applications are not available for use. But yes, sisters and brothers, you have it all free for you. So make sure you're using one excellent application known as Magic Studio. Sorry, Magic. It's not Magic Mob. It's called as. Okay, just let me see. Okay, wherein you are going to develop things with AI. I'm just getting confused with the name. Inshallah, I'll put this up in a while. Fine, don't worry about that. Okay, we have so many. I told you hundreds of applications you have in hand, wherein you can generate the AI images as well. Inshallah, and in this class or next, we will be discussing all of it. Fine. Don't worry about that. You even have the logo making applications as well, which you can go ahead with. I'll just show you some of the things. Okay, few more things like, for example, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, I'll visit the Chrome browser. Now I want something like, I want a logo. Fine. I want a logo. Yeah. I want any logo. Fine. What am I going to do is I'm just going to head on to the images. Okay. For example, okay, just listen carefully. For example, you like this logo up. Okay. You like this logo. You love this logo. And now what do you want to do is, okay, you want to just use this logo into your design. Okay. You want to use this logo into your design without any changes, without just changing the logo, and you want to use everything that is inside it. How are you going to use that? How are you going to do with that, dear sisters and brothers? Hopefully you know how to edit the photos, right? With that principle, you can do it very easily. Fine. Go to the gallery, grab that image up, add it to the page. Once it's added, add it like this. Make sure you're editing it up, and then make sure you're grabbing the text. That's all. Once you grab the text, you can just change the textual content and add your own, what we say, logo. This way you can change the things from the internet. I mean, whatever you get from the internet, and you can just replace it up with your own logos. Fine. This is also the thing that will work well, because these are the logo making applications wherein you have to go to them and you have to get them up. No, you can even just grab this up and you can create your own logos. Just see, it's detached. Now you can add your own logos, your name, logo name, EDU-SITE, and then symbol of excellence. Duplicate this, symbol of excellence. Okay, excellence. I'll just make sure it is smaller, and the font should be not that bold. Let it be smaller font. Let it be even more smaller. Okay, and place this up here. Okay, hopefully you're loving the things that is being put up here, right? Okay, because these are different ways through which you can just go ahead with. You even have the textual contents wherein you can create the textual content very excellently. For example, the font like Blanca. Okay, for example, I'll just put the font name here, Blanca. Blanca. Just type it, dear sisters and brothers, Blanca. Okay, it's a cutout kind of font. Okay, in which if you want to write, for example, I want to write EDU-SITE. I'll just write E and S. Just look into this E and S, how it is. There is a cutout in that font itself. Fine, E and S. Now I want to write DU with this Blanca font. I'll just duplicate DU. See here. This is also with a cutout. DU is also with a cutout. Just see here. And this way, some fonts are with the cutouts itself. And some fonts, there are very excellent fonts like wedges also that will help you in ways that you will not imagine. Like, for example, DU I can place here. For the site, I think I can do something like, I can increase it in size, or I can write just EDU-SITE over here in total. Right? So something like this to make sure that you're having the spacious spaces in the font. Fine, you can even place it here, something like this. It gives a good look. Fine. Some fonts like Blanca, some fonts even like wedges, and some fonts, even there are so many other fonts, dear sisters and brothers, that's not getting to my mind right now. Inshallah, if time permits, I'll make a note about all of it, and inshallah we'll be discussing about it in the class itself. Okay, another font I just remember, it's lava font as well. You can go ahead with the lava font, Lava, lava font. Just look into this lava font. It feels like something like this. Okay, you can even go ahead with this lava font as well. Fine. Okay, then, okay, the final thing for today's session, inshallah, you have learned to make cutouts. You have learned to make the few more things, alhamdulillah. And one final thing, dear sisters and brothers, let's do this together. Are you all ready to do this? One final thing with me. Come on, you just have to do this along with me. Okay, we again doing the typography here. Fine, come on, add a text box. Do this along with me, inshallah. Any doubts you can ask in the chat box after the class, into the class, whatever. Okay, let me write EDU-SITE here. Come on, do this along with me. This is important for you all. Let's see how you're going to do this with me. Okay. I'll take some of the, what we say, that round for the font. Okay, let this be this one. This looks good. Okay, any font. Select something bold font. Okay, bold font that looks good for you to go with. Yes, you can even write bold over there. You will find so many bold fonts, thick fonts. Aerospace bold is present here. You can even select that. You know, even you can change the textual typeface. For example, you can change the small letters to the big letters. You know how? You just have to visit this three dot button. Okay, this thing will help you to change this lowercase to the uppercase, small letters to the big letters. Hopefully, you know this. Okay, you just have to click on it, and your small letters will be changed to big letters. Okay, I want this to be more bigger, so I'll select something that is more big. Fine, I'll just keep the letter spacing, smaller letter spacing between them. 0 letter spacing. Okay, I want it to be more bigger than this, more bolder. Let me see what goes well. Okay, even this goes well. See here, so many beautiful fonts are present, dear sisters and brothers. That's why I told you 3,000 plus free fonts are available for you. All are the pro fonts, but you have it for free. So utilize all of these options. Fine, just look into this. There's a curve in this design, right? And this font. So come on, very carefully listen to this, inshallah. We're going to do this one now. Let me change this color to something good. Let me change it to the purple, fine? Okay. Now what am I going to do? This is I'm duplicating it. Duplicate, hopefully you know how to duplicate. Click on it and duplicate it. I'll place it downwards. Listen carefully, what am I doing? I'm just going ahead with something called as effects, okay? I told you we have so many effects here. We'll just use the third effect, that is hollow effect. Fine? Hollow. Do not change the size of this font that you have used. Fine? Hollow effect I have used. I will change the color of the second design to something like this, green or something like, okay, this one. Now I'll place it one above another. Okay, done. Did you all do this along with me? Let's see. Okay. Now what you all can do, dear sisters and brothers, is now you can grab any of the elements. For example, if you want to take the same curve, you can take the curve. Like yesterday we did with the curve and we made something like, what we say. I'll take this curve. I'll rotate it. If you want, you can just place this curve in the front itself and change it to the white color. But I'll show you the ways in which you can just do this very effectively. Okay, something like this. When you place this curve in this way, it feels like there is a cut in there between, right? But you don't want to make sure that there is give it a feel like there is a cut and there is no matching up with up and down. Then what you can do is you can just go ahead with the layering, okay? Layering and send this curve a bit backward. Send backward. Just look into this. Can you feel it? What did I do? I just gave this curve a backward motion. It is in between the brown color text and purple color text now. Okay, it's white. It's white, so you're not distinguishing it. For example, if I change the color of this to black, you will understand this. What did I do? I just changed it and brought it backwards. Not only this, dear sisters and brothers, you can use multiple things instead of this. For example, I'll change its color to white itself. Okay. For the next design, I'll just duplicate the page. I'll show you how you can even use different aspects like stars you can add inside. You can add something like, see, have you understood what did I do here? See, there are three texts. One is this, one is this, one is this, one is this, one is the back text, one is the front text. So I've just layered it up. That's all. This is at the front, that is at the back, that is at the back. That's all. I just want to delete this curve. Okay, I'll take another thing around. Okay, instead of this, delete it, place it one above another. Okay, I'll take some other things. For example, if I want, I can take the shapes also. Okay, I'll just go ahead and take the shape. Let me take the shapes, and the shapes you have so many different shapes, like the round shapes. So we'll just go ahead with the shapes. Shapes bar. We'll see what shapes we can take. We'll take this round shape, and I'll show you how beautifully you can do that. See now, this shape I can put it like this, okay, below. So now what I can do with this shape, dear sisters and brothers, I'll put it white. I'll put it all white. Okay, if it is white, then what happens? We feel like entire thing is what we say covered up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to place this behind it. So what am I going to do? I'm just layering it up. Three dot button, layer it up, send backward. Can you see what did I do just now? I just layered it up backward. This is one layer. I'm just moving it up. Can you see? Can you see this? Can you note a difference? This is a circle that I have taken, right? I've just sent it backwards. That's all. I can just change its shape in whatever ways you want. So this way I can play with things, play with the elements. This is what is called as typography, when you're writing the textual content in different ways and creating your beautiful scenarios and beautiful images, beautiful things. Now, if you want to change the colors, you can even go ahead and change the colors. What you can do, you can go ahead with the stylizing, go ahead with the color palettes. Now, see here. Have you seen this? Can you just note this difference? What is being done here? Okay. If you all liked it, if you all did this along with me, that's well and good. If you have not understood, kindly go through the recordings. Even if you do not understand the recordings, please let me know. I'll do it again in the next class. Okay. Don't worry, inshallah, I'll help you throughout. I want you to make sure that you're doing these things, inshallah, because you are not just learning to do this. You're learning to help provide the service to your clients as well with these things. Okay. Inshallah. So make sure you're learning all of these principles, inshallah. These are very easy to go with. Okay, I've only taught you the easiest procedures, dear sisters and brothers, of the logo making. With this, you can earn a very excellent, handsome amount. Inshallah, in the upcoming sessions, I'll show you how you are going to put up your skills, gigs on the various platforms and earn through this, these skills that you have put forth. Okay. One last thing. Okay, tomorrow I'll tell you about the 3D because we are not left out with any time. So what I'm going to show you is how to make this designs into the video format. Okay, video format. It's so easy. I'll just show you. It's so easy. What you can do, any page you can just go ahead. And what you have to do, you have to click on the background. Okay, click on the background. Click on animate button. Okay, click on animate button. And whichever animation you want, dear sisters and brothers, there's so many animations here. You just have to click on that. For example, if you want this party kind of animation. Okay, this is how you can animate your logos. Okay, if you want to give this animation to your, what we say, clients, animated logos, they'll put it up as their, what we say, channel theme, a theme video for their channel or something like that, or we call it as an intro video for their channel or something like that. They can put it up or something like that. Okay, so dear sisters and brothers, this is just the things that we wanted to cover together, alhamdulillah. So even if you want to do it in this way, and also you can apply to all the pages. You can apply this animation to all of the pages. Now see here, if I want to play this around, I'll just click on this video button. This video button is here. I'll click on this video button. See here, one animation is played. Okay, next page. Now see, it will go ahead with the next page now. It will play it for the next page also. Okay, I'll just move it around. In this way, we can just go ahead and grab it up for different pages. Okay, hopefully understanding the things. Any doubts, you can mention to me in the class, after the class, inshallah. If the time permits, we can even solve it in the session itself. Fine? Okay, alhamdulillah. Hopefully, you all have understood these aspects. Inshallah, these were quite interesting topics. If you give time after the class, you'll understand it all, okay? We are left out with the very important concept of logo designing. The 3D logo designing. Inshallah, we'll cover it up in tomorrow's session. So, see here, dear sisters and brothers, we have covered almost 30, yes, 29, 30 logos together. Alhamdulillah. It's a great deal, dear sisters and brothers. Usually the graphic designer can cover one or two in 1 hour or something like that. We have covered 30 designs together, alhamdulillah. We have done to create 30 designs together, alhamdulillah. Hopefully you found all of this interesting. Hopefully you have done all of this. If you have learned this 30 ways of editing, inshallah, this will help you in the ways that you won't imagine, inshallah. So, Jazakumullah khairan kaseera. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care of yourselves, dear sisters and brothers. Inshallah, we'll see you all in tomorrow's class. And today's homework again would be the same logos. You just have to send it to me. That's all. Whatever you have designed during the class, whatever I have designed during the class, you just have to send it to me after the class. That's all. Okay. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum.